The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate Home Improvement. Where can you get a bang for your buck? How do you increase the value of your home by repairing it? It's all just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate.
You Have Real Estate is proudly sponsored by Renewal by Andersen, your full-service window and door replacement company. Learn more at rbafla.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate, brought to you by Renewal by Andersen. I am your host, Justin Clark. A great show ahead today, but first, the opening statement. This might be the question I get more than any. People come up to me all the time and say, I saw your show about real estate and I really want to renovate my home. Where should I invest my money? And it is a good question because you're investing a lot of money in these renovations and you have to think about a lot of things. Number one, what kind of joy does it give to you and your family to have that part of your house renovated? But also when you go look to sell your home, are you going to get dollar for dollar on your investment for those renovations? Great questions that we're going to answer together by asking real questions. Every weekend here on the program, we ask real questions to the trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. For the first time, and I don't remember talking about bathrooms ever on this show, and it's really driving me insane now that I'm thinking about that. Peter's here, West Shore Home. Peter, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Good to see you, man.
Appreciate it.
Bathrooms, right? We spend a lot of time there. We don't have to get too deep into that, I guess, but we spend a lot of time in our bathrooms. And when it comes to renovating, I think bathroom is a good place to start. When it comes to renovating a bathroom, when do I know it's time, and what should I be looking to do?
Absolutely. No, it's a great question. It's a question that we get all the time. Big thing is the main pain points that we see from our customers, the reason why they call us out. One is safety. 85% of falls that happen in a home is where?
See, I've never even thought of that. Right? That's a great point.
Exactly right. So the other part of it too is if you start to see a little bit of mold and mildew. Central Florida, very humid area, right? So, and then your bathroom, hot steamy showers, a lot of times grout lines, you get some water going through it and those tile showers.
Yeah.
So if you see anything like that, it's definitely something that you'd want to look into.
The problem with me is, okay, I know it looks a little bit old, but I don't know what I need. Like, what kind of shower do you want? I have no friggin' idea what kind of shower I want. How does that design process work with you?
Absolutely. So we handle everything from start to finish. So with us, you give us a call. We come out with a design consultant. We go through all the different options in the industry, not just what we offer. We like to show you everything so that way you can make the best decision for you and your family. Really how it works with us too is we get it done pretty quickly. Yeah. So usually we do full bathroom models with floor, toilet, and vanity, as well as our shower and bath that are exclusive to us. Those colors are only done by us. And our full bathroom models are done typically 2 to 3 days, where our standard bath packages are just done in one, which is pretty good for the customer. It makes it a little bit more convenient rather than taking 2, 3, sometimes even 4 weeks to get the project done.
When it comes to contractors, anyone in the trades in general, and especially Florida, there are some untrustworthy people out there. I don't know why Florida has become the epicenter of taking people's money and not completing the project, but I tell you all the time, when it comes to doing work, whether it's a whole house remodel, a bathroom, a roof, whatever it is, you really need to trust that company that they're going to be there and see the project through. West Shore Home's been around a long time in a lot of states. Tell me about the company.
Absolutely. So we started on the West Shore in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, 18 years ago. So we've been growing ever since. We're in 19 states now in 40 different locations. We are the largest home remodeling company in the United States that is privately owned.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. And when it comes to trust, home remodeling industry has probably the worst reputation when it comes to that. So the way that we give our customers peace of mind is everything is done by us. W-2 employed installers, design consultants as well. Everybody has a full background check, drug testing, the whole 9 yards to ensure that the people that you're letting in to your most valuable asset are not only professionals, but they're good people as well.
Yeah, and the culture, I think, is very important. I always look at culture when it comes to really any business, but certainly when it comes to letting someone in my house and giving them the money. In fact, what I have seen is sometimes these little small rinky-dink contractors are almost Ponzi schemes. It really becomes that, where You give them, you sign a contract, you give them a lot of money. What they do is they take that money and they finish old jobs, and you just hope they get another job so they can come finish your job. That's what happens in this world, unfortunately. Not with you. Describe the culture. You've been there a couple of years. Describe the culture at your business.
Absolutely. So our owner, BJ Worzen, he started the company with the mission of being America's most admired home remodeling brand. Not the most profitable, not the biggest, most admired. When you look at the home remodeling industry, there's a huge gap compared to some other ones. And what that is was exactly what you said with trust. So we've made it a point to bring happiness to every home. It's our mission statement. So when we go into the home, we're not thinking about profits. We're not thinking about making a big sale. We want to do what's best for the customer. So that's why our business model is the way that it is.
Beautiful. And it costs you nothing. If you're thinking about, look, I need to upgrade these bathrooms, 407-205-0400. I will literally connect you directly with Peter, and they'll come out. It costs you nothing. They'll come out and say, here, this is what we can do. This is what it's going to look like. This is what it's going to cost. And you know, these are good people that are going to be in your house helping you out. It's how much joy do you get when you first go meet with a customer? You see the old bathroom, and then you go back there and see the smile on their face with this brand new, beautiful bathroom. How much joy does that give you?
A ton. I mean, it's one of the most fulfilling things that you can do. It improves the quality of the life. It's one of the only spots in the home that you use every single day.
Yeah.
So when you're able to use it and love it and enjoy it, it brings a smile to everybody's face, and that's why we do what we do.
What are the new trends in bathrooms right now? I have no idea. What's going on? What do people like?
A big trend right now is sort of the more of a modern look where you get the whites and the matte blacks, sort of that farmhouse style. But we have a lot of customers that still like that old school chrome or the brushed nickel trims. So we have all the options from the old school to the new school in every single way. So we just try to make it as functional and as easy and convenient as possible for our customers.
I know you have a lot of pull in the bathroom world. If you could do me a favor, call these new expensive hotels and let them know that we're sick of not having doors on the bathrooms and see-through. I don't get it. It's ridiculous, right?
That's right.
Is that the new trend in homes as well?
We see it a little bit. We don't do it because we don't want to put you in a bind where there's one piece of glass and when you walk out, there's a whole puddle of water. But that being said, you know, we just try to do the best we can. We have a ton of options that really fit anybody's budget too.
Excellent work. Good to see you, brother.
Absolutely.
Peter, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
If you own a house, look, if your bathroom is looking a little old, you know, a lot of us have these older bathrooms. I think that for your resale value and the cost of improving these bathrooms, I think you're going to make that money on the backside when you go to sell the house. I would absolutely look at renovating the bathrooms as one of the first renovations that you do with your house. Look no further than West Shore Home. Again, 407-205-0400. A very quick break. When we return, Viv's in your neighborhood. It seems like the last few weeks she's only gone to beachfront towns. I don't know why. Dallas, do you know? We don't know why. Let's see what beachfront town Viv is in today as you have real estate continue. You own a house, you need to have your windows and sliding glass doors checked right away. I'll tell you why. Joined by my good friend Dan Bringman, Renewal by Anderson. How do I know, Dan, when it's time to have my windows and sliding glass doors checked?
Well, it's a great question because it's not always obvious. One of the ways that sticks out immediately is that energy bill. We have to make, well, we've seen it go up all year long. Got a couple cool days now. A couple other ways are they're not functioning properly. You have some dust on the seals, and also just water infiltration, or maybe you heard a lot of rattling during some wind and so forth.
Absolutely. QR code is on the screen for you right now. What does it cost to have you and your design team come out and see what's going on with my windows?
Absolutely nothing but your time.
That's a beautiful thing, and they're going to come check it out, tell you exactly what you need or don't need sometimes. But a lot of people say, well, Dan, you know, I'm worried about the economy. I don't want to write a big check right now. You've done amazing things to make this almost free sometimes when you compare it to your electric bill.
Absolutely, and it's a great thing to be concerned about, but we take the worry away. What we've done is we've extended our finance plans, and we call them our easy pay plans, and they go up to 148 months, or I'm sorry, 144 months, and we go as low as 5.97. I mean, that's like really low. Most terms out there go as high as 12, 14%.
And if you think about what you're paying every month versus how you're going to save money on your electricity bill, this is almost free for you and a no-brainer. Dan, always good to see you, buddy. Do yourself a favor right now. Hit the QR code on the screen and call Renewal by Anderson today. Welcome back to the show. We continue talking about how to upgrade your house and where to invest that money. But first, thanks to our good friends at Renewal by Andersen, Viv goes to your neighborhood. Might not be beachfront, but it's certainly intercoastal front. Viv's in your neighborhood, Port Orange.
We've all heard about New Smyrna and Daytona Beach, but we often don't mention some of the areas in between, namely Port Orange. Some of the best real estate, including waterfront, can be found at a discount when comparing it to its neighbors. Port Orange's history is rich and unique, starting with the historic people of the land, namely the Timucuan and Seminole Indians. The many intercoastal outlets to the ocean make this a perfect area for those wanting to be close to the beach without the inflated price tag. Mosquito Lagoon, nestled in between, has some of the best fishing and camping spots for the outdoorsy types. The median household income is about $70,000. The median home value in 2024 was $350,000. Encompassing 29 square miles and having a population of about 60,000, the Port Orange of today, with its expanding commercial development, overshadows a town that was known for its citrus lumber, boat building, oystering, ranching, and farming. Fun fact about Port Orange, it was once known as the oyster capital of the world. It has its choice restaurants and shops, but what is most attractive to the locals is its laid-back atmosphere, not having to deal with those pesky tourists. If you'd like more information on what's available in Port Orange, call me, Vivian Lehman, at 407-205-0400.
Thank you, Vivian. We're going to start going with you, I think, to these shoots because you're having a lot of fun, it seems like. Very happy to be joined by two amazing people. They do a lot of different things. I trust them with your money, most importantly. James Lettieri's here. Eric is here as well. Guys, welcome. How are you?
How you doing? How are you?
Platinum, granite, and marble. All right? I don't think anything changes a home more than amazing granite, amazing marble. It can really upgrade the feel of your house.
Yes, sir. I mean, we've been here 17 years, and our main focus is we do a lot of work with builders, custom builders, and we do a lot of private jobs. We try to take pride in everything that we do. And it's, when you pick out your kitchen, people are like, what's your opinion? I'm like, my opinion doesn't matter. If you don't bring your wife, I'm not going to show you your countertop because you should not make decisions without her. Yeah. But it's one of your most important things. I'm like, when you go in the morning, come down, have your coffee, you need to be happy with what you're putting your coffee pot on, your coffee cup on. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a very hard decision. I tell people, take your time. Just when you think you're done, take a little more time and just consider it. Take a sample, bring it home, make sure it goes with your cabinets, your flooring. And it's a big decision. Yeah. Where all in your house do we put granite and marble?
Well, you put it all over. You put it in the kitchen. You put it in the bathrooms. You put it. It could be a summer kitchen. You need to think somewhat on what materials that you need. So, you know, because exteriors, you need to do a certain materials, and interior do certain materials as well, depending on how you know, putting like a hot pan on a top is. You may need a certain type, you do that. Or, you know, there's different varieties and different stuff to think about when you do it.
I feel like I get asked all the time, how many jobs do you have, Justin? Are you a TV guy? Are you a lawyer? Like, what in the world do you do? And I think you have more jobs than I do. James, you wonder why we have beer sitting on the broadcast desk today. Restaurant, brewery, all sorts of different things. Yeah. Tell me your story a little bit, James.
Well, came down from New York, 2007, opened up a granite shop. And right before, you know, it hit the fan, and then started all over again, moved out to Sanford, opened up another shop, you know, slowly got back with everybody and built the business up. So altogether I have 120 employees. Wow. 130 between everything. And then, I don't know how it happened, but 11 years ago we opened up a pizzeria. We opened Riverwalk Pizzeria in Sanford.
I've been there 100 times.
And then right before COVID, we opened up the brewery and shut down because breweries weren't allowed to stay open during then. And then after that, we reopened up. I put the pizzeria inside the brewery. So inside Blue Springs Brewing is Riverwalk Pizzeria. And then after the crash, I started doing real estate and got my license because I was buying homes, selling them. And I was like, let me just go get my license because by the time I got with the realtor to go see the house, it was gone. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it myself. I went, got a real estate license, and then I just bought and sold my own houses. And And then we opened up a construction company a couple of years ago. So me and him, we started doing building homes. We build about 3 or 4 houses a year. We'll do custom homes. We do a couple of spec homes a year. And we just bought 3 lots out in South Carolina, so we're
If you're looking for GC work, you want to build a house from scratch, or certainly if you're looking for granite, marble to upgrade your existing home, I'd love to connect you with James and Eric. 407-205-0400. I probably should not ask this question on the air, but that means I'm about to. The restaurant business, right? I'm scared to death of it. I've almost gone that direction a few times, but it scares the heck out of me. How difficult is the restaurant business?
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's a different animal altogether.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what you're doing, people will take advantage of you.
Yeah.
From customers to employees to, so you need to be stern. You need to be, need to put your foot down and just have it your way. And I tell everybody, whether it's wrong or right, I'm asking you to do it this way. Do it. If it's wrong, it's my money, not yours.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, just do what I ask you to do, and thank God it's been the right way.
Turn around on employees too. So
yeah, the last couple of
tough.
years it's been a while.
In and out.
How rewarding, back to the construction side of things, how rewarding is it working with one of your customers, especially on a whole house build? From designs to literally they get a key and this is their new home. How rewarding is that?
Well, it's definitely rewarding, and the finish of it, the completion of it is great. So, to have someone happy, and that's where we strive is to do our best on that. So, we just really strive on that. So.
And we do a lot of the work ourselves too. So a lot of the finishing work, from all the trim work, all the upgrades, we do it ourselves, so we know it's done right, not depending on third-party people to actually come in and mess it up, and then we have to fix it again.
Makes a big difference.
Yes, it does.
And again, I was talking in the first segment, there are a lot of bad contractors out there, whether it's after a storm, the roofing companies, they put the things in the yard, and say, call us. They're not even from Florida, some of these people. No. It makes me nervous that there are people out there who are getting taken advantage of by bad contractors. You've been around a long time.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
It does make a big difference. Do what you say and say what you do, and you won't have a problem. We don't have to look over our shoulders. Nobody's coming after us for bad jobs that we've done. Everybody's happy with it. And you know what? If it's wrong, even if it's borderline their fault, our fault, we'll just fix it and just go on with your day.
Warranty. Warranty is, everybody makes mistakes.
Right.
So we rely on the people, the subs, stuff like that, and they make mistakes as well. So, but you stand behind your work and fix it, that's a long way. It really is.
So I know that you do, when it comes to the granite and marble side of things, you do a lot of work for developers, for builders, but you do work for individual consumers as well. Who calls you when it comes to granite and marble from the individual, from the consumer at home right now? Who calls you?
Oh, anybody. Yeah. Anybody just wants to redo their kitchen. They're redoing cabinets, and then they want granite tops. We do everything from small jobs to big jobs, to everything in between.
Yeah. I say I need a kitchen done. I know that I need a new kitchen, but I don't know what I want. People say, well, what do you want? I have no idea. How does that design process work?
Well, I usually tell people, take a sample, a tile sample, a cabinet sample. We'll go down to the slab yard and put it up against every slab and thing, because when you put your tile and your cabinet next to a slab of granite or quartz or whatever, it looks different.
Yeah.
You can look at a slab and say it's beautiful, and then put it in your house, and you might not like it.
You got to have a general idea a little bit, even like a color or anything like that.
That's her over there. I see her right now.
If you can get
whatever
like a color, at least it would go in the right direction.
You got it.
That's why I tell you, don't go without your girlfriend or your wife.
Exactly.
You are not allowed to make decisions.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Great to see you both. Let's do this again soon, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Last break of the day. When we return, let's talk to a real estate broker about, yes, we want to upgrade our house. What upgrades are going to help sell your home for the highest amount as You Have Real Estate continues. I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you're worried about your student loan payments restarting, call me now or visit youhavepower.com. Welcome back to the show. We're talking about upgrading your house. You own a house, you want it to look nice, but you also need to think about these investment dollars and how they affect your home's value when you go to sell it. Where should you invest this money? Let's ask my good friend Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. I feel like you're good at this sort of thing, by the way.
I love it, yes.
What do you love about it?
Well, my brain always works in design mode, and that was what I always wanted to do with my life, was being an interior designer, and that's my bachelor's degree. So real estate took me a little bit down that road, but I look at a space from the design brain, which is really great for sellers, because a lot of times they want to put money into things that they're not going to get a return.
Where should I start looking? Where should I be upgrading my home?
Well, obviously kitchens and bath, but they got to match. Like, there has to be some cohesiveness to it. A lot of times they'll do the kitchen first and forget about the bathrooms, or do one and not the other. And it's kind of like a puzzle to put together. So it might not be a good idea to upgrade everything to get more money back if you don't know what you're doing.
I think that's a fascinating point. I think what you're saying is if you upgrade some of it and not other parts of it, it could actually negatively impact the value of the home because it just freaks people out.
Yeah, big time.
Really?
And then typically what happens is the seller wants more money for their property because they have redone the kitchen, but they've redone it to their own personal taste, not what the buyer that would want to buy their house would like. So you're just kind of like on a whim, like hopefully they like it. And then if they don't like it, they're going to rip it out anyway. And what was the whole point?
Yeah. Where would you start? Would you start in the lawn in front? Where should I really start looking to spend money?
Well, curb appeal is always going to be the number one.
So outside?
Yeah,
okay.
When you drive up in the driveway, and like you want your driveway pressure washed, you want your windows clean, because first impressions are everything. And of course your landscape well maintained, a beautiful front door, but a lot of times they'll put a trendy paint color, and most buyers actually are not looking for all that.
Really?
So you want something that pops, doing the research. But landscaping, you can't just start planting tomorrow and put your house on the market the next day, because it's not going to be lush and grown in.
Yeah. At Ocala Realty World, when you're listing a home and you have buyers coming in, what percentage of them are open to doing a rehab versus the buyer who's like, I don't want to do anything, I want the house perfect? I know there's no exact science here. I don't know that balance. Where is that?
I think with first-time home buyers that they don't have any reference for purchasing a property before, that their vision, because of TV shows and stuff, that they expect a lot more at times for what they can get in their price point. But typically second home, repeat buyers, they understand from all the mistakes that they might have made in the first purchase, and then they're a little more open.
Yeah. And speaking of Ocala, what a great place. What a great place to get a bargain for real estate. Whether you're looking to buy a house for your family or an investment property, it is just so much less expensive, so much more bang for your buck in Ocala. How is the ratio looking now?
Still about 40%, and just depending on area, like Marion County as a whole. Now Ocala is going to be in that 40% more, but if you just go outside of Ocala into other cities in Marion County, like Dunellen, you could get a 3-2 with a 1-car garage on a 1/4 acre for $195 to $205.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you are renting because you feel like you can't afford to buy, or if you're looking to start in your real estate investing career, this area is awesome. The area of northern Florida, you can get so much more bang for your buck, especially if you're going to get some financing. You can sometimes buy 2 or 3 houses with a small down payment, rent them out, and now you're automatically making money. It's amazing. If you want to see what's on the market up in the Marion County area, and it's not just Marion County, it's Levy County. What county is Dunellen?
Marion County.
That's
still.
Marion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got Dunellen, and then if you go a little northwest, you've got Williston, Morriston, which that gets you into Levy County. But you get a great deal, and that's that country life that everybody used to move to Ocala, and now they're moving out that way.
I love it, and we love you, and we love Ocala Realty World. QR code on the screen right now for Ocala Realty World. Listings live as they come on the market. You can see what comes on literally instantaneously. You will not regret this decision at all. QR code right here. Take out your phone, scan it, and she'll send it over to you immediately. Excellent job. Thank you so much. Thank you to our amazing guest, our great team here today. Most importantly, thank you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate. I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you're in debt and find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, call me now or visit youhavepower.com today.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.